Welcome to Global Eats, where tonight I'm going to be making a chicken pathia. So I wasn't going to do any more of these. I think the last one I said this is probably going to be the last food vlog that I do because I was 2 weeks away from going out and travelling, and but then that didn't happen because Corona took hold again, and we're now living in this the second spike that we all knew was coming. But yeah, so it's here. And travel, I was thinking about going to Berlin, and then Berlin kind of closed down, and so then I thought, well, I'll go to Prague and I'll start from there. And then Prague's numbers went up, and it's just literally now everywhere is just no go. So basically we're right back where we started, because we kind of the first time we went into lockdown, we kind of thought we were doing it for a reason, didn't we? We kind of thought that, like, you know, we do a month or 2 months or even 3 months of like lockdown and not seeing anyone and not being able to do anything, but it's all for the greater good, and then eventually we'll get through this, and then you know, the track and trace system will be in place, and everything will be, you know, we'll get on top of it and stuff like that. And so yeah, basically we went into lockdown, the track and trace, we came out of lockdown, the track and trace system wasn't in place, it was a complete farce. The government had just basically gone from one disaster to the next. So we're right back where we started, except that this time people are not willing to go into lockdown, and you know what, I can't blame them, you know, because if you're, you know, it's alright for old people, I guess. It's not alright for old people because they're the ones most at risk, but at least they've had their life, they spent their, you know, they went to university, they spent their life going out and drinking and meeting girls and doing all the fun things that you're supposed to do when you're, you know, in your teens and your 20s. But for people that age now, this is their life, this is their reality. You know, I went to a drum and bass, a socially distancing drum and bass night. A couple of weeks ago, and it was filled with, the place was filled with students who had just arrived in Sheffield, bringing the COVID with them, the nasty students. They're the new Muslims, students are the new Muslims.
I'm going on a march, 'cause I want Britain to be back British. I want Britain to be back British. I'm going on a march.
But yeah, and literally they were, you know, we were all sat around at tables and listening to very quiet drum and bass from the DJs, and on the stage with the lights and everything. Everything was in place, but you had to sit down and be quiet. And this was a night out. This, you know, it resembled a night in to me when I was at university. And I'm going to stay in and listen to some quiet drum and bass with like 5 other people. But this is a night out these days. So, but now even that's gone. So that's not happening anymore. So anyway, back to my original point. I wasn't going to make any more food vlogs because no one watches them anyway, and I'm just like waiting to get out travelling so I can make some proper vlogs. But yeah, so I thought I'll just do one again because I've not made this curry before. So here we go. I'm making chicken pathia. So I'll run you through the ingredients. We've got the onion, which is already on the go. That's already nicely frying away. We got some garlic and ginger paste. You can buy that as like already mixed, but I've got the 2 separate that I've mixed them together, so it's like 1 tablespoon of each. Tomato puree, which has been diluted, and then the spices. Now this is a weird one because it's like literally just 2 tablespoons of the mixed spice with as much chili powder as you want, but then there's sugar, which is, it's 2 tablespoons, but I put 1 in because I don't really like the idea of putting so much sugar in my curry. Some methi leaf and some mango chutney as well, which is an odd ingredient to put in your curry, but it does ask for it, and so I'm using the best mango chutney you can buy from the supermarkets, which is Gita's. I've tried making my own, it didn't really come out too well. This is really good. And this weird thing, I admit this doesn't really look great.
What the hell is even that?
The recipe asks for concentrated tamarind paste. I didn't have it. All I have is some like a big chunk of tamarind, So I've boiled some water up, and I'm just basically just gonna, I don't think that's gonna make that much difference, to be honest. There's some lemon going in there as well. There's some pre-cooked chicken and mushroom there. So yeah, now the mushrooms, now the onions are going, I think it's time to get on with it. Right, so I've knocked up the heat a little bit, and these onions are definitely as done as they need to be. So the next thing to go in is the garlic ginger paste. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of salt over that, just to release the moisture from the onions and garlic and everything that's in there. Not too much salt. I always, whenever I like kind of follow a recipe, or when someone gives me a recipe and it says put this amount of salt in, I always either skip it entirely or put, you know, much less than it says, because I just think, I don't know, I don't see why you need to put salt in. It just makes, if you put, usually it makes it just too salty. So yeah, just a little bit, just to bring out the moisture, and just to yeah, bring out the flavour a little bit as well, enhance the flavour. So there we go, that's basically onion and garlic and ginger. And so the next thing to go in is the spices. So this is like chili powder, the mixed powder, and some sugar as well. So I'm just going to throw all that in and get that all mixed in nicely. Okay, so that's all mixed together. So the next thing to do is to add in the tomato puree, and then mix all that together. Okay, so that's all mixed up. So now it's time for the base. I'm going to put half of the curry base in. Okay, so that's half the base in there. It's going to be interesting to see how this turns out, because I made the base like 2 days ago, and left it overnight before I blended it, and then, you know, separated it and put it in the freezer, and it became really thick, like I've never seen it like that before. So I thought, well, maybe I'll just put some more water in it. So I did. I put like almost half a litre of water in it, but it still made the same amount of base, which I don't understand that. I don't understand how that can be, how that happens. If any scientists, curry scientists out there, let me know. But I also did add carrot to the base for the first time. I've never added carrot before. People say it makes a difference, so this is the first time I've made a curry with this base. So we'll see how it goes. But that's basically half the base in there. It is quite thick, but there's still half to go. So we'll see how we get on. But that's basically yeah. So the onion, the ginger, the garlic, the spices, and everything, all in there with half of the base. Which the base I usually split into kind of like 400ml of base. So there's about 200ml of base in there. It's very, very thick. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I guess the proof will be in the pudding. Okay, so it's starting to caramelise along the side. You need to push that back in. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to add the rest of the base, and this will be where we see just how thick this curry is going to actually end up being. So there we go, there's the base, and I'm just going to get all that stirred in. Okay, so that's all the base in, and the pre-cooked chicken and mushroom is in there as well. So yeah, that's as saucy as it's going to be, and it does look very saucy, but it is thick. It's definitely much thicker than usual. So I don't know if that's because I left the base overnight before I blended it, or whether it's because I've added some carrot in there as well. I don't know, but there we go. There's the curry. So the next thing to add is some mango chutney, tamarind, methyl leaf, and some lemon juice. So that's what we're going to do next. Okay, everything's in there, so I'm going to leave that on a low heat for a while I make the sides. So we're just having basically parathas with this. No rice, can't be bothered with rice. Just curry and bread will be enough. So yeah, here we go. Right, so there's the finished thing, all ready to go. I've just had a taste of it and it's very nice. I'm not going to put the ingredients and the recipe and stuff below because I basically just got it out of this. So this is a guy called Dan Toombs, the curry guy. He does have a website which is great, curryrecipes.net, and the recipe for this curry is on that website. So go and check that out because he makes really good, gives really good free recipes, and the curry base and everything is all in there. So yeah, make this one. It's very nice, and enjoy your COVID curries, and take care, look after your health, and we'll see you on the next one, I guess.